There's something deeply terrifying about watching the person you love, the one you shared secrets with, laughter with, late-night dreams with, slowly become a stranger, not because they changed jobs, not because they drifted into new circles, but because something inside them began to decay. Something you couldn't see, but felt. Like a virus, not of the body, but of the mind. It started small, harmless, a joke, a meme, a phrase, a laugh. But now when I look into her eyes, I don't see her anymore. I see echoes, glitches, fragments of who she was. And the most horrifying part? I still share a bed with her, but I don't even know who I'm sleeping next to anymore. My name's Aaron, I'm 20 years old, and for just over a year now, I've been dating a girl named Lily. We were never perfect, no couple is, but Lily. She used to be incredible, smart, caring, passionate. We'd stay up all night just talking about life, dreams, fears, even philosophy sometimes. She got me. But now she says things like, "Skibidi riz, sigma male grindset," and then laughs like it's the funniest thing she's ever heard. And I wish I was exaggerating, I really do. But that's what came out of her mouth during dinner last week, and I think that was the exact moment I realized something was seriously wrong. It didn't happen overnight, just like anything horrifying. It started slow. She'd toss out a meme every now and then. A based here, a sheesh there. I'd laugh it off. We all quote stuff sometimes, right? But then, it stopped being occasional. It became the only language she spoke. I'd come home from class, drained, just wanting to share how overwhelmed I felt. And she'd look at me and say, "Bro's in his flop era FRFR." No comfort, no empathy, just viral nonsense. At first, I tried to excuse it. Maybe she was tired. Maybe it was her quirky way of coping. But the more I listened, the more I watched her eyes drift off mid-conversation, like she wasn't even present. The more I realized wasn't talking to her anymore. I was talking to some kind of algorithm, just a loop of recycled trends and recycled sounds. She wasn't thinking. She was repeating. And then there was that night. We were in bed. I tried to be close with her, to feel something, anything real. And she leaned in, looked me dead in the eyes and whispered, "Hawk tua, spit on it." And then just laughed. I froze, not because it was crude, but because in that moment when our eyes met, it felt like no one was home. Her expression, it wasn't playful. It was blank, empty, almost robotic. I felt a chill crawl down my spine. I wasn't lying next to my girlfriend. I was lying next to a glitch, a character caught in some broken simulation. She didn't notice I'd pulled away, didn't ask if I was okay. She just turned over, started scrolling on her phone again, giggling like a little kid watching cartoons. From there, things got even more surreal. She stopped calling me by name, started calling me things like King or Giga Chad. She'd rate her own jokes out loud. W take. L joke. Mid content. It wasn't cute. It was unsettling. Like she'd forgotten how to exist outside of TikTok comment sections. And sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night to sounds, not words, just repeated, garbled sounds. Skibidi bop, yes, yes. Ong ferefa, no cap. Over and over, like a broken audio loop playing from her mouth. I remember one night, my voice shaking. I asked her, "Lily, do you even know what those words mean?" She just stared at me, tilted her head slightly, and said, "Bro's brain got no riz." Then she laughed, but it wasn't laughter, not really. It was hollow, like an empty hallway echoing back something once alive. That night, I didn't go back to bed. I slept on the couch. And I stared at the ceiling for hours, wondering, what happened to her? What happened to us? And more importantly, who the hell is that woman in my bed? Because it's not Lily anymore. I started researching, not just memes, but what this constant exposure to viral content actually does to the brain. I found something. A word people throw around like a joke. Brain rot. Yeah. It used to make me laugh too. Not anymore. Because what if it's not a joke? What if it's real? What if the endless scrolling? The dopamine loops. The non-stop flood of meaningless content isn't just annoying, but dangerous. What if it rewires your brain? Replaces who you are with? Noise? It happened to her. I watched it happen. One day, she was Lily, warm, curious, full of life. And now she's just a walking compilation of sound bites, phrases, filters, TikTok audio stitched together like a broken puppet. I tried to talk to her, really talk to her. I was gentle, careful. I told her I missed the old conversations, the real ones, where we'd talk about fears, dreams, things that mattered. She looked at me and said, "Okay, boomer," then laughed. I remember asking her about the book we used to read together, The Midnight Library. She blinked, stared at me like I was speaking another language, didn't even remember the title, and that's when I knew. This wasn't just a phase. She wasn't joking. She wasn't trying to be funny. She had lost something human. And the worst part? No one around her. Not her friends, not her family. No one seemed to notice. They just scrolled right past it. Last week, I was sitting across from her at a cafe. One more try, one more attempt to connect, to pull her back, and right there, while I was pouring my heart out, telling her how lonely I felt even when she was right in front of me, she pulled out her phone, opened Snapchat, slapped a filter on her face, tilted her head and said, "POV, my boyfriend's in his feelings again." She wasn't listening. She wasn't there. She was recording a story. A moment meant for clout, not connection, and that's when it hit me. Like a cold wave crashing over my chest. She doesn't live in this world anymore. She lives in a stitched-together simulation, built from memes, filters, catchphrases, a never-ending loop of likes and shares. And the scariest part? I don't think she knows how to find her way back. I haven't broken up with her, not yet, not because I'm scared to be alone, but because I still see her. Or at least, the memory of her, that real version of Lily. The one who held my hand when I was breaking, who cried with me during that stupid movie, who told me dreams were sacred. She's burned into me like a ghost, flickering behind the eyes of someone I barely recognize. But I've made a decision. Next week, I'm sitting her down. No jokes, no memes, no TikTok slang, just truth. Just us. One last time, I'm going to tell her what I need. Depth, reality, her. And if all she can give me are viral sounds and hollow phrases, then maybe the girl I loved is already gone. And the most terrifying part? She didn't vanish in a car crash. She didn't leave me for someone else. She didn't even die. She just scrolled herself out of existence. So the next time you hear someone laugh a little too hard at a meme, the next time someone talks only in sound bites, slang, and recycled phrases, look closer. Ask yourself, are they still in there? Or are you speaking to what's left of someone? After the internet chewed them up and spat them out.